the time he was 8 years old, he had lost 5 siblings. At 9, he was left for dead, only to awaken from a coma paralyzed. But he recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of body and mind. Bradley Quick is here to share with you his path from Skid Row junkie to successful talk show host, author, mentor, and motivational speaker. If you're looking for a better tomorrow, if you want a positive evolution, or if you're in need of a quick fix, you're in the right place. Now kick back and get ready for the top experts in the field of body, mind, and soul. Here on the Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio, your home for positive answers and the place to find that life and health solution you've been looking for. We're right here right now to inform you to the latest life enhancement techniques in many different areas, including health, fitness, nutrition, psychology, finance, weight loss, and a whole variety of other wonderful and life-empowering topics. Today's show is brought to you by the Cool Change Foundation. If you're fond of our show, if we brought you some breakthrough solutions, or you just want to help us stay on the air, please donate today. Come on, think about it. Make life better for mom and dad. We make life better for the children. Make life better for the kids. We make life better for the family. Everybody wins, and it's 100% tax deductible. No donation is ever too small. You can donate right now at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. And remember, it's time for a cool change with the Cool Change Foundation. Welcome, everybody. My name is Bradley Quick, and I'm here to discuss solutions with you. I'm here to talk to you about having a better life experience and becoming the best you that you can be. Our guest today is Sullivan, Walden, best-selling author of I Had the Strangest Dream, The Dreamer's Dictionary for the 21st Century. She's a dream coach, a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and a spiritual counselor who lectures and leads workshops around the country. She's also the star of Dreaming Heaven, the movie that just premiered at the Topanga Film Festival. Kelly Walden, are you ready for a great show?
I am, Bradley Quick.
I am so excited to have you here.
I am so excited to be
Sit here. We'll be right with you, okay?
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks to all of you for joining us on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuick.com, and on Facebook.com. So you know you can catch our live and recorded video shows and interviews on those sites and many other websites. And as always, you can listen to our archived audio interviews, hundreds of them. Your favorite topics, favorite experts, and favorite personalities at BradleyQuick.com. You want to go right there right after the show. BradleyQuick.com, find your favorite people. Later, former Mr. Universe Paul Madrano will be with us talking about fitness and healthy living in the Getting Fit with Mr. Universe segment. It's all going to happen shortly, so stay right where you are. And make a note, if you'd like to chime in with a question for my guest today, just send us an instant message to Cool Change Radio at Yahoo Instant Messenger. That's Cool Change Radio. Make us your friend. Add us right now. Yahoo Instant Messenger. Cool Change Radio is our name. Keep in mind, we're right here to inspire your life today, to resolve issues in your career, health, and relationships. And today it's about dreams. So we're going to make you know about dreams. Right, Kelly?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to empower you to be all that you can be. Because the sad thing is, if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll keep getting what you're getting. Why is that sad? Because most people don't listen. They just keep doing it and keep wondering why it's not all working. So it's time to do something different. We can do that for you right here. All right, she's the #1 Amazon.com best-selling author of I Had the Strangest Dream, The Dreamer's Dictionary for the 21st Century. She says sleep is your way to success. Don't take your dreams lying down. That's what she says. Don't take your dreams lying down. Joining us now on the Quick Fix here on the Cool Change Radio and TV Network is the dream coach herself, Kelly Sullivan Walden. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bradley. It's wonderful to be with you.
It's always good to have you here. You're my favorite, you know.
Oh, my God. Did you say that to all your guests? But I'll take
Only the
it.
pretty guests.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm taking it in.
Well, thank you very much. And so what's going on new in your life? We were at the premiere the other day.
Yeah, that was very exciting.
Dreaming Heaven, the movie.
Very exciting. Wasn't that fun? I think it turned out great.
Amazing. What was now you starred in that that you didn't star.
Well, I wouldn't say I started in it. I was featured in it. Yeah, it's a film about, it's the only film about this 4,000-year-old archaeological site in Teotihuacan, Mexico, where you've recently been.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And I think the phenomenon about this film is that most people are not allowed to film at a sacred site like this, the pyramids.
Well, they only allow one person a year or something like that.
Right. It's very rare to have a film crew at a sacred site. And secondly, it's very rare that people would allow a deep process, a deep transformational process to be filmed live. These are none of the people in the movie are actors. Most of the people have never been on film before, and yet they're being filmed in their most vulnerable transformational process. And so it really took a very special crew, and I just have to take my dream hat off to my husband, Dana Walden, who really knew how to get in there and make himself invisible in order to
speaking of Dana, when are we going to get him on the show?
Oh my God!
He's always sitting in the other room here waiting for you.
He likes to be the guy. He's like the Wizard of Oz. He's the guy behind the curtain. He likes to make the magic happen. It's very hard to get him in front of the camera. Every once in a while.
Was he down with you during the filming of this at Teotihuacan?
Oh, yeah. He was there the whole time. In fact, one of the things that was amazing that he did was most documentaries, most films, you start off with a storyboard. You have kind of a script, an outline that you're going to follow.
Here's what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to do.
Absolutely.
Right?
For this project, Dana insisted that there be no script, no storyboard, no idea about what was going to happen. And just he showed up with the cameras, with the crew, and just followed the energy. So his job as the director was to be directed by the energy and to follow where it led. And so it was very magical the way this film came together. It was very organic and very much the end result being that by the time you watch it, and you tell me what you think, Bradley, but most people said that they felt like they were actually there in this sacred place. And even if they hadn't been there before, they felt like it brought the magic to them through this medium of cinema. What about you?
Yeah, I thought that was true as well, but I just got back from there the week earlier.
So it was hard to
tell.
Yeah,
so it wasn't hard to take, but I could see it, right? But it was people, if they would come in there with an open mind and sit down and be willing to absorb that energy, they could do that.
Yeah.
If they walked in there going, sure, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably not a film that would appeal to everybody that's used to going to, I mean, it's not a general audience kind of a film, but wouldn't it be cool if it could cross over? It's got the blend of a little bit of drama, a little bit of emotion, some archaeology, a little bit of History Channel, National Geographic, and spirituality all combined.
And it does follow one script, which is not a pre-written script, but it follows Lee McCormick.
Yes.
And his direction.
Yes.
And I know
he's a wonderful teacher.
Yeah, I know from being down there with Lee,
Yeah.
who studied under the show's buddy, Don Miguel Ruiz, for years.
From the Four Agreements.
Yeah.
Don
Miguel.
Ginny Gentry, Frank Hayhurst, and Lee McCormick were all former apprentices of Don Miguel Ruiz, the author of the New York Times bestseller, The Four Agreements. And so they've taken the core teachings of the Toltec mythology and made it their own in a sense, but within the integrity of the core teaching. And so they are carrying on the legacy, in essence, of what Don Miguel began. And we could say Don Miguel didn't begin it because it came from his ancient lineage.
Right, but he picked it up, right.
Absolutely.
And ran with it. Now,
yes.
The scripted part, and Lee tells me that the journey changes every time.
Yeah.
And Lee's been doing this for years. He does at least 4 or 5 times a year now down in Teotihuacan. But he says the journey changes every time, but it always goes through the plateaus.
True. So there's a basic structure of the ancient initiation process that the ancient Nawals and the ancient the shamanic apprentices would have to go through. It would take them years and years and sometimes decades to get through it. But you start in the plaza. You start with Quetzalcoatl, and then you go through.
That's the spirit of Quetzalcoatl.
The spirit of Quetzalcoatl, the two-headed snake, which is such a beautiful symbol.
And you go into hell. Then you
go into hell, and it's really a place where you recognize your own limitations, your own thoughts, and even it's so funny because it's the thoughts that you think make you happy and the thoughts that hurt your feelings and make you feel bad. They're all part of the prison. So you recognize it you can't heal what you can't feel. So you have to recognize it in that plaza. And then you matriculate through the rest of the plazas. You go through the plaza of air, the plaza of water. And in each one, my interpretation of it is you're burying a part of yourself. You're getting rid of a part of yourself as you go.
You meet the angel of death.
You don't just meet her or her. We call her. I call her, but it's not necessarily a female. But it feels kind of feminine to me. But you're carrying her with you the entire time, and you
Some
develop
of the
a
great
relationship.
exercises during this journey, incredible. But you're the dream coach, and this thing is called Dreaming Heaven. Is there any correlation there? Tell me about the Toltec dream, how they interpreted dreams.
Well, I think their core mythology is that everything is a dream, that we're dreaming right now, that we are on one level, we're the director of our dream, or we could say the co-director of this dream called life. And most people, without knowing it, default to feeling very victimized by their life, and as if they didn't have either a starring role in it, as if they weren't the writer of the story, as if they weren't the director. So one of the core cornerstones, we could say, is that you recognize that you have directorial input in this dream called your life. If you don't like the way it's going, then you can change it. So there's a very fine line between the nighttime dream and the daytime reality that we're all living. And the one thing that they both have in common is that if you become lucid, if you become awake and realize and remember that you're dreaming, then you could, on a dime, wake up to the dream of heaven and have a much more magical experience right now, even in 405 traffic.
Yeah, they were talking
no matter
about
what.
My guest yesterday was talking about manifestation and how if you feel, you got to feel it, you got to live it, and it's like the dream, because when we're in a dream, it's all real, right? And so when we want to manifest stuff, you got to feel it like that, like it's really happening. And once it really does happen, you can, it'll open up to you.
I just had an interesting point of view about that based on an interview that I did yesterday with
on your show
with Felix Wolf on my show on the D Spot, and Felix is the apprentice of Carlos Castaneda, so it's all kind of relatively connected.
I'll tell you what. We keep that thought. We keep that thought, and we'll pick that up.
Absolutely.
Promise.
I promise.
All right, everybody, stay put. If you got a habit you want to change, what is it you want to do differently to better your life experience? We just might have the answers for you. I'm here with best-selling author Kelly Sullivan Walden. She's a spiritual and dream coach, and we're talking about your D spot and the 8 keys to dream mastery. This is the Quick Fix on Cool Change Radio. We're broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios. I'm Bradley Quick, and yes, we'll be right back.
There are self-help seminars costing thousands of dollars guaranteeing miraculous transformations. There are compelling speakers and life-changing weekend experiences where you can walk on fire. They all deliver revelations that guarantee you'll come back for the more expensive revelations filled with even greater wonder next month on Fiji. We get addicted to positive, heartfelt, expensive theater. What we really need is a jumpstart, an awakening, someone who can give us a reminder that everything we need lies within. Through inspiration and practical knowledge, Dorothy Donahue helps people get grounded and motivated, inspired and energized. It's not just words and affirmations and the power of intention. It's a mindset brought about by a tangible, transcendental experience, an audio-visual, physical, spiritual experience that helps us realize we transform ourselves. We get tools to become the conscious co-creators of lives of unlimited potential. Find out more. Go to DorothyDonahue.com. You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
I'm Melody Beattie, author of Codependent No More. 7 times more Americans have hepatitis C than AIDS. I'm one of them. If you're one of the millions of Americans with hepatitis C and your doctors are treating you with interferon, then you're clearly aware of how your life has been turned horribly upside down. Backed by huge pharmaceutical monies, the medical community swears there's only one dangerous, disabling way to battle this silent killer. It's not true. There are alternatives, and they work. Triumph Over Hepatitis C is a book written by best-selling author Lloyd Wright, who fully recovered from this frightening disease. Lloyd is helping others to take charge of their lives and fight for their body's freedom from this crippling illness. His program is working for me. Call the people at Hepatitis C Free now at 866-HEP-C-FREE. That's 866-HEP-C-FREE. Don't become another medical statistic. Find out the truth about hepatitis C and get your life back.
Get your copy of Triumph Over Hepatitis C at Barnes & Noble and at hepatitiscfree.com. Call 866-HEP-C-FREE.
Hey, welcome back. You're listening to The Quick Fix on Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place for positive change. I'm Bradley Quick. We're right here, right now to help you gain the upper hand in becoming all that you want to be. I'd like to give great big thanks to Fred Siegel and our friends at YouTube and Google for the financial support that our new hit channel, youtube.com/Cool Change Foundation, has brought to our supporting charity. And thanks to my buddy Ken Sheets for creating our YouTube Cool Change Foundation channel. We're pushing 1 million views to date. That's 1 million views, all because you guys go and watch the interviews here. I'm so touched, and so grateful to you. So thanks to you, Fred Siegel, YouTube, Google, and Ken Sheets. Check Ken Sheets out at buzzbros.com. That's BUZZBROZ.com. For those of you just joining us on coolchangeradio.com, facebook.com, or bradleyquick.com, welcome. You can join me on September 10, 2011 at the Mindful Millionaires event hosted by my friend Tony O'Donnell. I'll be speaking September 10th along with Mark Victor Hansen, Bill Walsh, Tony himself, Don Hickok, Katie Wyman, Udana Power, and Crystal Hansen. Join us all on Saturday, September 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Beverly Garland Hotel in North Hollywood, California. General admission is $99 per person or $150 for two. But as my guest, you can get in for half price. That's $50 for one and only $75 for two just by mentioning my name. For your discount and all the info, call 888-456-1597. That's 888-456-1597 to confirm your RSVP. Take care of your discounted admissions now. With a credit card or checks are accepted. Again, that's me along with Chicken Soup for the Soul's Mark Victor Hansen and herb doctor himself, Dr. Tony O'Donnell, nutritionist to the stars, Katie Wyman, Bill Walsh, America's business coach, and the goal setter himself, Don Hickok. It's all happening Saturday, September 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Beverly Garland Hotel. And don't forget to get your 50% discount on one or two tickets for just mentioning me or this show, The Quick Fix. For tickets and more information, again, please, 888-456-1597. That's 888-456-1597. One more time, this time write it down. 888-456-1597. I'll see you at the Beverly Garland Hotel September 10th. Our guest today is dream coach herself, Kelly Sullivan Walden. She's the star of many, many movies, including Dreaming Heaven. Kelly, welcome back.
Thank you, Bradley. Great to be back. Many, many movies.
It's
actually been a while since I've been a part of a movie until
How
this.
How many movies have you done?
Well, back in my 20s, I was an actress and I did a bunch of.
That was just what?
Wait, just a couple weeks ago. But this is one of the. I think this is the first feature-length documentary that I've been a part of, and this is a real honor. My big part in this scene takes place in the place of the women. And where I get to kind of narrate what happens in the place of the women. For those
listening, the place of the women is where the grandmothers, the mothers, and the babies stayed. It's where they gave birth to the children. So it was honoring the woman there, right?
Yeah. And one of the featured aspects of the place of the women is women.
This is in Teotihuacan, Mexico.
Teotihuacan, Mexico.
The pyramids.
Yeah. So there's a deep hole that the mythology is that it goes all the way down to the heart of the earth. And that hole is a place of releasing. It's a place where you can cry into that hole, you can scream into that hole, you can wail into that hole.
Is that just been made up?
It's the mythology. So what's true, what's not. The word mythology is used because it's all a story, and us humans are storytellers. But this is the story that was passed on to Don Miguel through his ancestors, etc. So that's what we talk about. So do we know that it's a hardcore fact? There's a sense that it is, a feeling resonance that it is, but can we say with certainty scientifically? I don't know. But here's this hole, and the stories that have been passed on say that this is what it was used for, primarily for releasing, and how valuable it is for women to have a place to let go, to release. And in the movie, I talk about how for myself and most women that I know, when we cry, we tend to hold it back. We cry a little bit, but then we have to bring it back in because we're afraid if we completely release that we would shatter the world, that we would break apart whoever is holding space for us. But in this place, in Teotihuacan, in the place of the women, we have permission to fully release, fully surrender, and in so doing, we're allowed to have an instantaneous transformation because we don't have to hold that grief.
And what was your experience? What was your experience there?
It was that of breaking.
For the hole. What was your experience on the hole there?
All I know is that it felt like it wasn't just my grief. It wasn't just my sadness. It wasn't just my broken heart. it was like the sadness of the world that just needed a place to vent. Like most women, if they're upset, they don't necessarily want to be fixed. They don't necessarily want a quick fix immediately. They just want a place to just, and then when they're done, they're okay. The answers spontaneously come. It's like a rainstorm. Sometimes you just need to let the rain happen. You don't need to prevent the rain. Let the rain happen, and then the sun automatically comes out, and things are clean and clear and bright and shiny and nurtured as a result of it. So it's kind of just an opportunity to embrace all of the seasons of ourself, not just the sunshine, not just the summertime, but the winter and the fall and all of it. And it's a soulful release and experience, and that's kind of what my part of the film was all about.
I just saw that thing around your neck. Let me put this microphone. Get this microphone. Show the there. Look at that.
I got this in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and apparently it's east. It's southwest meets Iraq. I don't know exactly, but I love the piece. It spoke to me. It called out to me. So
what
I
I'm going to do is I'm
okay.
going to zoom in this camera, see if I can figure this out. Look at that.
It's a dreamy piece.
I like that. Wow,
Has a piece of jewelry ever just come to you in your dream and you
that's
had to get it? This was one of those pieces.
That's wonderful.
Elena's shaking her head. She knows.
Yeah, she knows too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Enough about jewelry. Thank you, Bradley. Most men kind of don't notice jewelry.
I saw the pyramid. That's my phone ringing.
Of course, you're
Why
the
is
demand
my phone
in
ringing?
demand.
Drag to drop, dream to. How about just ignore? How about ignore? Ignore. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
And turn down. Listen, nobody told me before the show we got to turn down our phones.
Oh, Bradley.
I'm slow. What can I say?
If you were in Madonna's studio, you would have to pay $100.
I would?
Yeah. She made all her musicians and anybody, if their cell phone ever went off during session, $100.
Wow. I owe myself.
Why do you think she's so rich?
I owe myself $100.
You can just give it to me. I'll hold it. That's what I'm here
So
for.
what we have talking about your personal experience in today's world, not in
Yes.
Teotihuacan and the movie.
Yes.
The movie's Dreaming Heaven. Where can they? It happened at the Topanga Film Festival.
Yes, it was the world premiere.
I understand there's 3 or 4 other film festivals it's going to.
Oh, yeah, and that's just the beginning. But if you go to dreamingheaventhemovie.com, that's where you'll be able to find the latest and greatest info about where the next, where it's going to be screened next and how you can purchase a copy. It isn't available to purchase yet, but you can watch the trailer and you can just stay posted at Dreaming Heaven the Movie.
There's several trailers for this
a
movie.
webisode, yeah.
Oh, there's so I didn't know which one to put on my last email blast.
Oh, yeah.
There's several of them.
Well, it's a really smart thing that they did because from what Dana said, they had 140 hours of footage that they had to consolidate into an hour and 10 minutes. I think it's about a 74-minute film. Wow. And they had to take 100 hours of footage. And such great footage, and what a waste to leave it all on the cutting room floor. So they're so smart, Dana's so smart, and Paul Kelleher and Lee McCormick and all of them, that they decided to chop up the pieces that didn't make it into the film and make it into a web series. So a lot of that footage will still be available, and people can get additional bonus information, and that will all live on the DVD once the DVD is available as well.
That's good. So much for that. We can bring that back in the conversation. But I want to talk about doctor.com. Doctor-dream.com.
Yes, that's my website.
Doctor-dream.com.
Yes, and if people go there, I have a free gift that I offer everyone, and you get it for free. It's a $50 value. It's a Dream Mastery teleclass, and you can get it by signing up in the upper right corner of my website, doctor-dream.com. And there's all kinds of free dream content.
DR without a period.
Nope, it's Dr. DOCTOR dash dream.com.
DOCTOR.
dream.com.
DREAM.com.
That's what she said. Yeah. That's what she wrote.
Doctor-dream.com.
Correct.
And they can get a free seminar there, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's a free dream gift, and then there's all kinds of dream content that they can get. And if they want a dream session with me, they can book one. If you want to find out about current workshops or things like that, all that information is on the website.
That's
including
fantastic.
our interviews. Those all live on there as well.
We've had some great interviews.
We
haven't
have. We go way back.
So much fun. Did Dana ever pull those other?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Yeah, more info to come.
More to be revealed.
Yes, but I'd love to share with you and your viewers and listeners about my dream formula when
please
you're ready
do.
to hear about that.
I'm ready right now.
Well, one thing I realized is most people, when I tell them I am Dr. Dream and I work with dreams, they say, well, what kind of dreams? The nighttime dreams or the daytime Martin Luther King, I had a dream kind of dreams? And I say,
those are fantasies, aren't they?
Well, I say, I work on both. They're absolutely synergistically related. You can't really talk about one without relating to the other or without activating the other. So to me, the goal is to become self-realized. The goal is to become awakened. The goal is to become enlightened. And working with nighttime dreams as well as your daytime dreams, those are two ways of expediting the process of your complete and utter awakening. So I work with both of them, and I have a dream. The formula is called DREAMS, DREAMS, to be able to fulfill that intention. So shall I tell you what that stands for?
Please do.
Okay, I will. So the D stands for declaration. And I tell people before you go to sleep at night, instead of just setting the intention to remember your dreams, most people set an intention, and intentions these days have become kind of watered down. Instead of an intention, set a declaration.
Wait a second. We got to start going out of here already. What's up with
Are we
this?
done?
No, we're not done. We just got started.
Okay.
Hey, thank you all for joining us. It's only because of you and your support that we can do what we do. You can donate right now to coolchangefoundation.org. You can catch this show live at 12 noon and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday on coolchangeradio.com. My name is Bradley Quicken. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Woo! Are we going to a break?
There are self-help seminars costing thousands of dollars guaranteeing miraculous transformations. There are compelling speakers and life-changing weekend experiences where you can walk on fire. They all deliver revelations that guarantee you'll come back for the more expensive revelations filled with even greater wonder next month on Fiji. We get addicted to positive, heartfelt, expensive theater. What we really need is a jumpstart, an awakening, someone who can give us a reminder that everything we need lies within. Through inspiration and practical knowledge, Dorothy Donahue helps people get grounded and motivated, inspired and energized. It's not just words and affirmations and the power of intention. It's a mindset brought about by a tangible, transcendental experience, an audio-visual, physical, spiritual experience that helps us realize we transform ourselves. We get tools to become the conscious co-creators of lives of unlimited potential. Find out more. Go to DorothyDonahue.com. You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
Get quality goods for less from Bag City, serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Up to 70% below retail on everything. Coin purses, wallets, organizers, purses, briefcases, backpacks, travel and garment bags, and ladies' and men's leather jackets. All discounted, all up to 70% below retail. Bag City, the best for less? Bag City serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Contact Bag City at 818-990-1795. That's Bag City, quality goods for less money. Bag City, where 15% of all sales go to local charities. You can't beat that. You help local charities while getting quality goods at up to 70% below retail. Contact Bag City now at 818-990-1795. Contact Bag City today and get quality goods for less money. That's 818-990-1795. Shop Bag City to save. Shop Bag City for charity. Bag City, 818-990-1795. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You're listening to Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to find your passion and purpose. I'm Bradley Quick, and we're right here right now to provide you with alternative solutions to the issues in your life. My new book titled The Quick Fix, A Simple Process for Positive Change, is now available on Amazon.com. It's all about you achieving serenity, finding your purpose and your passion. It's listed on Amazon under the full title of The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. And it's there for only $24.95. Or if you can visit my website, bradleyquick.com, and for just $9.95, order an e-copy of The Quick Fix and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. There's no easier route to passion and purpose in your life than The Quick Fix. There just isn't. Simply go to bradleyquick.com and receive your ebook and free CD in minutes, if not in seconds. That's The Quick Fix at bradleyquick.com. Okay, we live in a world of sensory overload, and people's dreams have come to reflect that complexity. Nowadays, dreams might involve all kinds of odd things, places, and situations. My guest can explain all of them and let you know what they mean to you. Her name is Kelly Sullivan Walden. She's one of the people featured in Dreaming Heaven, the movie. And she's my friend, my co-host today. Welcome back.
Thank you, Bradley. It's great to be back with you.
It's so good. So they can go to doctor-dream.com.
Absolutely.
And can they listen to your show, your radio show every Monday there?
Yes, they can listen to it right there. They can go to actually they can listen to the archives on my website, and they can go directly to spotyourDspot.com.
D-spot. That's not
D
G-spot.
as in dream.
That's D-spot.
It's the spiritual psychological counterpart to the G-spot. So, yes.
Okay. Wow.
It's the intersection of your nighttime dreams, daytime desires, and your highest destiny. It's where the human and divine intersect. That's the D-spot.
Wow. So where do I get one?
You have one.
I have one.
And it's activated right now.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Wow, tell
You're
me
glowing.
more.
So
I'm
there you go.
glowing.
You
Tell me
must
more.
be in your D-spot. Yeah.
So that your D-spot, everybody's got a D-spot.
Everybody has one.
It's about dreams, desires, and destiny, where they intersect with your reality. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, most people, it's like we kind of have a schizophrenic relationship with our spiritual path that we say, well, I have these spiritual moments, kind of like in the movie Dreaming Heaven, people on a spiritual quest, and they have these aha moments, and then they have to get back to the real world, and they get back to their humanity. And in their humanity, there's very little spirituality. And then in their spirituality, the angels sing, and there's very little humanity. I think the goal is to bring them together into complete synergy, complete overlap, so that they're symbiotic, they're one and the same. So even when we're doing the most mundane things, our dishes, driving on the 405 freeway, that we are completely in communion with spirit, completely in our soul. And when we are on the mountaintop, we're remembering that we're in our bodies and we're honoring both aspects of ourselves simultaneously. That's the D-spot.
That's great. So we should all visit our D-spot as often as possible, yeah?
That's the goal. It's bringing it all together, Sometimes I see people that, it's like that thing about you can't be the light of the world if you can't pay your light bill. And it seems like people are either on one side or the other, really materialistic and I've got to hoard more and more and more, and there's no spirit there. Or people are like, I don't care. I'm going to give up all worldly possessions and live off the fat of the land. And then they're starving to death. And there's a place in the middle where we can truly honor both aspects of ourselves, because truly they're not really both. They're one and the same, and all aspects need to be honored. A house divided against itself cannot stand. So let's honor the whole being. And as we do that, I feel like we fulfill our intention for incarnating in this dimension.
Does your book, you have your book there with you, don't you?
I do.
Does the
I happen to have it here.
Put that in front of you. Put that right in front of you. Hold it in front of your face. Hold it in front of your face. There you go. Move it up a little bit. Towards the camera a bit. I had the strangest dream, the Dreamer's Dictionary for the 21st Century. What a great thing. Now, does it talk about the D-spot in the book?
No, I don't talk about that in this book, but there's a lot of stuff that's in here.
Move the book.
3,000 dream symbols decoded, and a 6-step dream interpretation formula, and the 8 different types of dreams. Those are all in here. But as a result of having written this book and doing lots of dream work, there's of course the next level of information that's come through me, and the D-spot is one of those things. And this formula about dreams, D-R-E-A-M-S.
Where can they pick up information for the D-spot, Dreams, Desires, and Destiny?
It's on my website. It's on doctor-dream.com, and there's actually, if you shoot me an email at kelly@doctor-dream.com, I can send you a free MP3 that's all about how to access and bring to life your D-spot.
Your show is and your radio show's on every Monday from 11 to 12
Yes,
p.m.
that's another way that they can
Pacific
activate
Standard
their
Time. Where can they find that show?
awakeningzone.com is what it's hosted through. So if you go to awakeningzone.com every Monday at 11 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Central time, that's when the D-Spot airs live. But all the archives of my show, and there's, oh gosh, almost 100 of them, I think. About 100.
Wow.
No, I don't know. There's a lot of them. I actually don't know how many, but a lot of great interviews with wonderful experts in the body, mind, and field and dream fields. They're all.
I cut you off because I wasn't watching the clock last
That's okay.
segment. You were talking about Castaneda's brother.
Mm.
Who were we talking about?
Oh gosh, I was talking about Felix Wolf, who was the guest on my show last week. And one of the things that Felix talks about in his book, The Art of Navigation, he learned the art of navigation through his work with Carlos Castaneda. And he talks about one of the core tenets of that is most people say, okay, life, this is what I want from you. And they give life their grocery list. If this is what I want to achieve, I want the house, I want the car, I want the blah, 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 blah. Felix says, rip up that list and instead say, life, what do you want from me? And you surrender yourself to that question, to life, as if life had an intelligence of its own, because it does. And you allow life to move you as if you're on a magical treasure hunt, following the cues and the navigational nudges.
Life, what do you have planned for me?
Yeah. Life, what do you want from me? Instead
Life,
of life,
what do
this
you
is
want
what I
from
want
me?
for you,
Right.
deliver it to me. You say, life, what do you want from me?
Life, what do you want from me?
Yes, and so you talked, what triggered that thought was you were talking about manifesting and embodying the energy of the thing that you want to manifest. And Felix and I talked about on my show, it's not so much about having this external desire and saying, okay, I'm going to line myself up with that and I'm going to embody that energy so that I can have it. On one level, we could say that's feeding the ego. That's using spiritual mastery for the feeding of the ego, which is completely counterproductive. It's about the freedom from the ego. It's about, to me, my perspective is embody the energy of your soul, of your spirit, of what life is wanting for you from the core of life itself. Embody that. In order to do that, you've got to drop down deep. You've got to cut through the ego. You've got to cut through the mind. You've got to cut through your conditioning and go to the soul of your being and embody that energy, which I guarantee is far brighter, better, bigger than anything your ego could concoct. And in that, you do attract the life of your dreams.
Isn't a good way to do that through chanting?
Sure.
I'm looking at
Sure,
I'm looking at Buddhism.
Yeah.
Namiho Renge-kyo. I know that through my experience, when you occupy the conscious mind to that degree, with the chanting or something like that, on a consistent basis,
Sure.
it opens up the subconscious mind to the powers of the universe, and you just get
Sure.
totally blasted.
Well, there's a million different ladders that take you to the roof. As long as you get to the roof, it doesn't matter how you get there. Some people get there through chanting, some through meditation, some through yoga, some through prayer, some through going to Teotihuacan, some through dream work. And they're all different ladders that can take you to the roof. And as long as you get there and you know you're there, when you're surrounded with a feeling of complete and utter freedom and complete and utter connection to soul, to spirit, and to every single being, every single thing, even inanimate and animate objects, it's like we're all completely synergistically connected, and you know that you're home when you're there. That's the point. And once you're there, that's where the journey begins. That's where the magic can start. And that's when life becomes a dream, a magical dream, the most wonderful dream. That's the whole point. That's
Wow,
the D
that's
spot.
good. I'm going to lay down and listen to that over again.
Okay.
That was wonderful. You can check my guest out at Kelly Sullivan Walden. Her name is Kelly Sullivan Walden. She's at Kelly at Dr. DOCTOR-dream.com. Kelly at Dr-dream.com. Or you can just go to Dr-dream.com and participate with her in your webinar as well.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Tell us one more time about that webinar.
SpotYourDspot.com.
Spot Your D-Spot. That's Dream, Desires, and Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing thing. Amazing.
And they can get my book if they want to go to, they can get it on my website, or they can go to Amazon.com, where it's been, for the last bunch of months, it's been the #1 best-selling book on dream interpretation on Amazon.com, which is
So how
rather
can people
exciting.
incorporate their dreams in their daily life?
Okay, so here's the quick version of my
Quick version.
formula for dreams. So It's an acronym to help you remember. D stands for declaration. Most people say, well, I don't remember my dreams or I have a hard time. Well, mostly that's because you're not declaring that it's important to you yet.
Right.
So you set the declaration before you go to sleep. I will remember my dreams. Dream maker, universe, thy will be done. I want to remember my dreams. Now that's related to your nighttime dreams. As far as making your daytime desires come true, you set the declaration for what it is you want to manifest in your daily life. So in order to make a declaration, that means, just as I said, you've got to go deep into why am I here? Who am I really? And once you connect with that, you declare that that's what your life is about.
Right.
Once you do that, that's actually the secret to instant manifestation, where it becomes seamless and effortless because the whole universe is on your side. That's the D, declaration. Then we've got the R, which stands for remembrance. Related to your nighttime dreams, you can't really do any dream work unless you have a dream to remember. So one key to remembering your nighttime dreams is when you start to wake up in the morning, don't move a muscle before you get out of bed. Let the first question that enters your mind be, what was I just dreaming about? And without moving a muscle, asking that question, allow the feelings to come back to you.
I'll tell you what, Kelly, we
to
come
be
back
continued.
to talk more about this, all right?
Absolutely.
Stay put, everybody. You're in the right place. Cool Change Radio would like to welcome our new talk show host, Dr. Doug Lear, The Dr. Doug Show, 3 p.m. Mondays. Love and Miracle with Dorothy Donahue can be seen Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Interventionist Elaine Baker, her new show, People Who Make a Difference, airing Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Advanced Clear Light Healer, Nora Delgado, and her new show, Passion, Soul, Awareness, Thursdays at 2 p.m. And coming up Friday at 2 p.m., we catch The Heart of the Stars with Eleanor E., and I've wasted my time.
Guaranteeing miraculous transformations. There are compelling speakers and life-changing weekend experiences where you can walk on fire. They all deliver revelations that guarantee you'll come back for the more expensive revelations filled with even greater wonder next month on Fiji. We get addicted to positive, heartfelt, expensive theater. What we really need is a jumpstart, an awakening, someone who can give us a reminder that everything we need lies within. Through inspiration and practical knowledge, Dorothy Donahue helps people get grounded and motivated, inspired and energized. It's not just words and affirmations and the power of intention. It's a mindset brought about by a tangible, transcendental experience, an audio-visual, physical, spiritual experience that helps us realize we transform ourselves. We get tools to become the conscious co-creators of lives of unlimited potential. Find out more. Go to DorothyDonahue.com. You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
I'm Melody Beattie, author of Codependent No More. 7 times more Americans have hepatitis C than AIDS. I'm one of them. If you're one of the millions of Americans with hepatitis C and your doctors are treating you with interferon, then you're clearly aware of how your life has been turned horribly upside down. Backed by huge pharmaceutical monies, the medical community swears there's only one dangerous, disabling way to battle this silent killer. It's not true. There are alternatives, and they work. Triumph Over Hepatitis C is a book written by best-selling author Lloyd Wright, who fully recovered from this frightening disease. Lloyd is helping others to take charge of their lives and fight for their body's freedom from this crippling illness. His program is working for me. Call the people at Hepatitis C Free now at 866-HEP-C-FREE. That's 866-HEP-C-FREE. Don't become another medical statistic. Find out the truth about hepatitis C and get your life back.
Get your copy of Triumph Over Hepatitis C at Barnes & Noble and at hepatitiscfree.com. Call 866-HEP-C-FREE.
All righty, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks, y'all, for joining us here on CoolChangeRadio.com, Facebook.com, and BradleyQuick.com. So you know you can catch our live and video recorded shows at CoolChangeRadio.com and over 700 hours of my best audio interviews. Your favorite topics and personalities at BradleyQuick.com. Go there right after the show, BradleyQuick.com. You're listening to Cool Change Radio, broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios. We're your home for self-improvement and a place for positive life enhancement. The Ranch in Nutley, Tennessee is having an alumni reunion recovery weekend, August 11th through the 13th, 2011. I'll be speaking at this event, and it's open to anyone in the recovery community. They'll be kicking it off at the ranch on Thursday evening with an old-fashioned ice cream social and speakers meeting with me and Susan B. Friday, we'll canoe on the Piney River in their Freedom Path flotilla, stopping for a picnic lunch at the ranch. Friday evening's the big recovery extravaganza event at the Loveless Bar with dinner, comedians, live music, and dancing. Then Saturday will be workshops and a sweat lodge at the ranch with a picnic lunch and evening barbecue. Tickets and lodging are available. For more information, please contact Cheryl Brown, Director of Marketing and Outreach Services for the ranch. You can call her at 800-849-5969. That's 800-849-5969. This time, write it down. You ready? 800-849-5969. Give them a call. Join us there. I'll see you there. I want you to know we're being supported in large part by one of my favorite charities, the Cool Change Foundation. The Cool Change Foundation was created to help families and all the children in those families. They do that by providing educational, transformational, life enhancement methods and techniques to those children's caretakers, usually the moms and dads, so they may overcome negative habits and become better role models and providers for the kids. As a result, the children's home and family life will be more nurturing and loving. You can help the Cool Change Foundation help the moms, dads, and kids in your community, and you can simply do that right now. So it's so easy. Send your donation of love and support directly to the foundation at thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Once there, simply click on the Support Us link at the top of the page, and you'll be helping the children. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Click on the Support Us link to help us today. Every penny counts, and no donation is too small. And the children need your help, so do that right now. From all of us at the Cool Change Radio, we thank you for your support. All right, I'm here with Kelly Sullivan Walden. I've kicked Mr. Universe 1999 Paul Medrano directly out the door
Paul.
today.
It's hard to kick Mr. Universe out the door. I mean, that takes some
You're the
strength.
best. We were talking about dreams and your acronym for dreams.
Yes,
Tell me about that.
DREAMS. So we have D for declaration. Declare that you're going to remember your dreams,
Right.
and declare what you're going to manifest in your life. Make sure it's lined up with life's purpose for
Right.
you. And then we've got R.
And we do that by asking life what it wants from us.
Exactly. Not life, this is my list, but life, what do you want from me? And then get in sync with that, and then watch the doors of every possibility open up for you, and grace.
And remember,
come to
that's a
your-
way to step into the perfectness of what is.
Absolutely. And
Because
then,
the life and the world and the universe is so dramatically, so perfect.
it is so perfect, and we don't have to work so darn hard. We can work smart, not necessarily harder, and watch the universe be on our side. We don't have to swim upstream. So that's D. And then we've got R. That stands for remembrance. So in order to do, so I'm going to go back and forth between nighttime dreams and daytime dreams. So nighttime dreams, if you want to do dream work, that means you got to remember your dreams. So
Right.
so there's a technique for how to remember your dreams, which we can talk about more in detail at another point. But then the R, also regarding daytime reality, you have to remember who you are. So who are you? Why are you here? And what are you really doing? Most of us forget that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, that we're connected to all of life, and that all of life is on our side. When you remember that, then it makes it a lot easier to go into the world, to make some phone calls, to do your work. When you remember that you're a fully franchised, fully magnificent being, that life is on your side. So remember that, and then go forth and multiply. So then it moves us into the E. E stands for embodiment. And you talked about that earlier on the show, Bradley. So regarding your nighttime dreams, when you remember a dream that you had at night, don't forget to ask, what was the feeling tone? What was the energy? What was the emotion? That's the most important aspect of the nighttime dreams, to take over into the daytime. If you can remember the energy, the essence, the emotion, and then embody that feeling, put it into your physical body, then you start to really download the wisdom of the nighttime dream. Now, what embodiment represents for your daytime reality is it's about embodying the essence of who you remember yourself to be. So you know that you're a spiritual being having this human experience, right, Bradley Quick?
Right.
And you know that this whole universe is on your side, right?
Right.
And so from there, embody the essence of what it is that you're wanting to create, from already knowing that you're the center of the universe place, from already knowing that you're loved beyond measure. Embody that feeling. Then you move into the A. And the A is the natural place for action. It's about activating this energy. So it's not just about holding this energy, sitting still with it in a cave somewhere. At some point, you bubble up so much with this love, vibration, dream energy, you got to put it into the world. You've got to activate it. So every nighttime dream requires action. And it might just simply be sharing it with somebody. It might be calling that friend. It might be investing in some new biotech technology. It might be telling somebody, don't take that airplane because I dreamt about something. So it's taking action based on your nighttime dreams. And then how that relates to your daytime reality, you've been embodying all this wonderful, juicy energy. There's an automatic next step to take. And it might be, you're going to be led like following breadcrumbs through the forest. And it might simply be to turn left, to look over your left shoulder. It might be, ooh, I need to buy that dress, or I need to call that person, or I need to go to the gym. Whatever it is, you're going to be divinely guided from the inside out, not from your ego, not from your mind, but from your soul. There's a natural movement into activating this process. So then that's DREA, and then it comes to M. The M stands for mastermind. And the mastermind is where you actually share your nighttime dreams with somebody, because there's something that happens when you open your mouth and say your nighttime dream out loud, as crazy as it sounds. There's somebody or many people, a dream group is ideal. Even if you just have one person to share your dream with, it'll help you to connect what the dream is all about. And also when it comes to your daytime dreams, to share it with somebody, share what's in your heart and your soul with somebody that really can hear it and be just as invested as you are in that dream. And the M also stands for, at that point, you become magnetic to opportunities coming to you. And then you become magnetized to other opportunities. So the M is about masterminding, which leads to being magnetic in your life. And then the S is the last place. This stands for synergy and synchronicity. When you have put this whole formula together, are we still here? Are we still?
Yeah, great.
Okay, great. So the S is about, now this is the place where your nighttime dreams and your daytime reality all intersect.
Right.
So you're awake now, and you know what your nighttime dream was. You've masterminded it. You've embodied it. And you know what your daytime thing is and what your goal is that you're moving toward. Now it's just about following the signs. It's about paying attention to the universal navigational nudges that you get and moving from one beautiful, blissful, benevolent moment into the next, paying attention to the signs, paying attention to the synchronicity, and moving on this magical, as Felix Wolf would say, magical treasure hunt. Life is not a problem to be solved, but it's a magical treasure hunt to play within. And that's how we fulfill our intention for incarnating in this dimension, aka our dreams.
Wow, that was good. Elena, that was good, wasn't it?
It was great. I was making
Yeah.
I love you.
Elena E., who has a show coming up Friday with hopefully with Dr. Reverend Michael Beckwith.
I love him.
Yeah, she's over here taking notes.
That's great. I'm excited for your show. Congratulations, Elena.
In the last minute or so here, Kelly, give us what would you like to leave the listeners with today?
I would like to leave the listeners with just taking a big, deep breath and remember who you are. Remember that you're the universe dreamt you, and you're a co-creator with the universe. Your life is a dream. Your current circumstances are not as solid as they seem to be. They're actually quite malleable. And if you like what's happening, then continue to dream in that way. If there's something that you don't like, use your imagination to envision things going in the way that you want, and embody that energy starting now, and drop deeply into the heart of the soul of life, and allow life to unfold its magic and mystery and miracles to you starting right now.
And they can catch your show at from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Monday at
awakeningzone.com.
Awakeningzone.com.
And then they can listen to all the archives at spotyourDspot.com.
SpotyourDspot.com.
Yes.
That's kind of funny, isn't it?
Dreams, desire, destiny. It all rolls into one.
That's funny. That's wonderful. You're fantastic.
Thank you, Bradley Quick. It's so great to be with you.
It's so good to have you here. And promise me you'll come back.
Always. I'm just a phone call away.
No,
Not even that. Just a dream away.
What are we're going to talk about your next interview, real quick.
Oh, my. Well, maybe we can talk about the Dream Project.
Yes, that's what we're going to talk about, the Dream Project, which is a nonprofit. Yeah.
That's my website is dreamprojectun.org for that. It's my nonprofit project that came pretty much from the dream state. I inspire inner city kids to use their dreaming mind, as Albert Einstein talked about, to connect with solutions to their personal problems, collective local problems, and global issues. And then we connect them with the United Nations to share their dreams and visions.
That's fantastic. What a great thing. So we're going to talk about the Dream Project, and we're going to do that next month.
Awesome.
Right here
It's
on
a
the
date.
Quick Fix. And you'll be back, and we'll set up a date here in just a few moments, okay?
Sounds
I
divine.
love it. I'm excited. My guest today is Kelly Sullivan Walden, and that's it. We're done here.
All right.
All right, again, I'd like to give a great big thanks to Freddie Siegel and our friends at YouTube and Google for the financial support that our new hit channel, youtube.com/Cool Change Foundation, has brought to the charity. And thanks to Ken Cheaties, buzzbros.com, that's BUZZBROZ.com. Thanks to him for creating our YouTube Cool Change Foundation channel. We're pushing 1 million views today. 1 million views because of you going and watching what we do. I'm honored and blessed. I'd like to give a great big thank you to our fabulous guest, Kelly Sullivan Walden. You can check her out at www.dr-dream.com, dr-dream.com, or you can send an email at kelly@dr-dream.com, kelly@dr-dream.com. You can share your dreams, destiny, and desires with her on the D Spot every Monday from 11 to 12 on awakeningzone.com. All right. I'd also like to thank the people that make this show happen. Our fantastic engineers, Rob Gainey, author of Rockin' Your Stage Sound, available in bookstores now. Go get it, Rockin' Your Stage Sound. You can sound just as good as we do here. The show is produced by Bradley Quick Productions. It has been made possible by Fred Siegel, YouTube, Google, Buzzbros, The Salvation Army, Universal Studios, Milestones Ranch Malibu, Tim Allen, Marilyn Toth, and many others, including the Cool Change Foundation. It's time for a cool change with the Cool Change Foundation. Now go make somebody smile. Make it happen. See you tomorrow. Bye.